Hello and welcome back to the second episode of our adventure bike trip through UK and Ireland. First of all, I really want to thank you for all your subscriptions, your likes and mainly your very nice comments. Really appreciate that. This really helps me motivate myself to do a fast editing of the upcoming episodes. So if you haven't seen the first episode, make sure to watch that one first. So in this episode you will see how Andy, Martin and myself entered the ACT UK track day 1, and also you will see the infamous start of the second day of ACT. So enjoy the episode and see you in a minute.
Hello and good morning. We just left the building.
As soon as we left the bigger roads, the weather got much better.
Okay guys, we are getting closer to the ACT and the landscape finally starts to get a little bit more interesting.
We really enjoyed riding through these fairy tale-like landscapes.
You're done with the team? Look at this beautiful view with the sheep on the left side. It's like in the Hobbit country or something like that. Okay, we are at the start of the ACT track, as you can see here. But there were some closed road signs, so we're not sure if we have to do a detour.
Despite the closed road signs, we decided to head on because sometimes on a motorbike you can pass roadworks when it's not possible on a car. Andy got stopped by road workers and they explained him that there is a landslide. At the same time, a farmer tried to drive his cows across the road, and although we had stopped our engines, the cows ran away. The only option we had was to turn around and take a 40-mile detour to enter the ACT at a later point.
We are riding now in southern direction back again and doing a detour, and probably would re-enter the ACT at Gly Road. Back on the ACT track, and I hope this was the last detour.
Actually, only 1/3 of the ACT UK track is off-road, but as it takes more time to travel off-road, you will probably spend more than 1/3 of your time. As we were amazed by the landscape, we started early to do photo and video stops.
Du machst Fotos, oder?
Ja, oben da ist eine kleine Wasserdurchfahrt.
Okay.
Warte, ich filme dich, wenn du da raufkommst, Christoph.
Okay. Soll ich einmal da nach hinten fahren?
We could have skipped this one, as you will see later. finally the first famous off-road section of the ACT came up.
Ich glaube, hier geht's los, Leute.
Unfortunately, Martin's GoPro wasn't on and Andy had his GoPro stolen later, so the only footage is from my GoPro.
Warte, yes. Ich warte nicht einmal. Ich hab dann einen Haufen Truthähne und einen Hund, also ich war da sehr verbunden, was da noch Gas dauert. Der Hund schaut mir nämlich schon an, als würde er mich gleich fressen.
Okay, nächstes Gatter.
Leck mich! Wunderbar, Jungs, war doch ganz klasse.
Ha.
Bist du das? Das war das Schwierigste von ganz wesentlich.
Oh my God, it's not that easy, and we're not in good condition because we were only riding motorways.
So we all made it up the first steep section, but we were not yet on the top of the hill. And for Martin on the big GS it was a little bit more challenging than for the Nordens.
Bist du
But considering the weight of the bike and the additional luggage, I think he made it really well.
Martin, bist du durch oder kann man? Ich bin durch.
Ah, okay.
With a little bit more speed and bigger wheels, it wasn't a big challenge.
Yes. Yes. So I heard the ACT film crew needed 1 hour for this part.
Ja, ich mach zu, passt schon.
Andy and myself went first on the Nordens because we were a little bit faster, and Andy even had a better suspension than my Norden and was a little bit faster and maybe also a little bit more reckless.
Ja! Wuhu! Oh, die Spur geht da noch. Ich werde da lustig.
Oh man, I can't even describe how much we enjoyed finally riding up these trails.
Da war die Schuhe gefangen. Oh.
Ah, cool. Technical stuff.
Ja.
Riding these ruts is probably not something for beginners, so you have to carefully pick your line. Now have a look how Andy is touching these bushes with his panniers.
Ja, Spurwahl ist so die Frage, gell? Oh, ja, genau. Ich kann auch nicht mehr mit. Nicht so eng wird.
Holy.
Dann schleift nämlich mit dir nur raus auf der Seite und dann packt sie.
Now you can see Martin following us on the GS.
Bist du gestanden oder gesessen?
Ich bin gesessen.
Was? Ah, Jungs, das ist gut.
Ich meine, ich bin kein Maßstab, glaube ich, aber das ist schon ziemlich heftig gewesen da unten.
Ja. Weil hätten jetzt gern kein Gepäck drauf.
Vom Gewicht her habe ich gemerkt, dass es schon ziemlich knackig ist. Die Spuren muss man voll aufpassen.
Hey Martin, I think we just managed the first difficult incline. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was really tough. It was really steep and up the hill. So yeah, it was the maximum risk. So yeah, it was really tough. Big stones, loose gravel. Yeah, crazy first step. Yeah, crazy.
Good luck. Ah, im Stehen ist gar nicht so blöd, ha?
Sehr schön. Gut, top.
Fucking hell. Ist so.
Wow, these landscapes are so beautiful and the drone even shows you more of it. After a short break, it was time for us to head on and we continued along the trail. I love the combination of these purple, pink and green bushes. Let me know if you know how those purple ones are called.
Alla.
On the whole ACT track we only met a few bikers, and if we met some, then they had no luggage or lighter bikes than we had.
Geht aber nicht gut. Ah, mein Motor aus.
Hi guys.
And this was also the point where we left the first off-road section, but it didn't take long until we were back on off-road.
Welcome my friend. Okay.
Opening and closing all those gates on the ACT UK is kind of a thing. I guess if you're alone it must be a nightmare. It didn't take long until we encountered the next big obstacle.
Aber kann es aber auch umfahren, gell? Wow.
Ah, vielleicht sollte man das tun.
So as you can see in the front, a big part of the track was submerged in water.
Schauen wir dir mal an. Seite nicht so genau.
Ah, lieber umfahren, oder?
Ja, aber fahrt jetzt da drüben. Weil da ist ein riesen Matschloch. Ja, durchgescheiter, das ist ja der Weg gehabt, oder?
Ja, willst du das probieren?
Ja, dann mach ich einfach ein Foto von dir, warte.
Ja, und ich film.
Alter, jetzt haben wir
Andy already made it to the front of the water puddle and I followed him to take photos and videos of Martin. Alright, we made it all through or next to the big water puddle, but more smaller puddles were coming up.
Alter, so viel Wasser lässt er da.
Ja.
Okay, Absatz.
Was ist der?
Da ist ein Steuer mittendrin und ein Loch auf der linken Spur.
Ja, Martin, rechts ist besser, falls du uns hörst.
So as you can see, we'll have some tarmac sections in between from time to time.
Dann mache ich das zu. Ah, geht schon. Ist ja doof.
Das ist eine Idylle hier.
Idyll.
Another gate.
And here Martin tries a new lazy gate opening and closing technique, but it didn't work out.
Ah, schöner Campingplatz da, schau mal.
Alter. Das ist ein richtiges Adventure nachher. Das ist idyllisch hier.
Das sah kitschig aus, ein bisschen. Jetzt schaut aus wie der Winter aus dem Weg über.
Voll.
Da hoffentlich vorne von oben.
Dun, 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 dun.
And no, the window screensaver didn't shut down, instead we continued to see beautiful views all around. Martin also enjoyed the views, but still he had to complain a little bit about the loads of gates.
Dafür haben sie 20 Milliarden Kurgitter.
And then we stopped for a short lunch break at the fuel station.
So,
Sind wir bereit, meine Herren?
hi Papi.
Hi, Papi! Hola!
And a little bit later we almost missed a viewpoint to a beautiful valley, so we turned around and put out the drone. The theme of beautiful hills and valleys continued, and we approached the next Welsh town, which I absolutely can't spell, sorry.
Ah, schön.
Hallo. Gerziger Stopp. Kann ich mich aus, ja.
After the next gate we entered quite an interesting section which looked pretty technical at the first sight, but in the end it was just fun and not that hard.
Hola.
But I guess after rain it could be a little bit more slippery, so maybe we were just lucky.
Das ist geil da! Juhu.
Voll.
Martin had to take it a little bit slower on the big GS and offered me to pass by. The Norden Expedition model has one of the best suspensions on the market, but Andy even upgraded that one to the Explorer Pro suspension, so I let him pass by as well because he was the fastest in our group and a little bit reckless.
Hola.
Oh, geiler Sprung! Wuhu. Oh ja!
Wow. Geil. Jetzt.
Ah, das ist geil da, das ist genau mein.
Da müsste ich dich eigentlich filmen bei sowas. So. Cheers.
Right?
Ja.
Ah!
Bis. Ja, ich bin durchgekommen. Alter.
Nice!
And here's one of the few occasions where we met other adventure riders on the trail, and with the Tenere 700 without luggage, probably the heaviest of them.
So good.
Wow, this off-road section was just awesome, but we enjoyed the upcoming tarmac section at least to the same extent. And here we are entering another off-road section, which brought us to one of the biggest challenges on the ACT UK. The water current in combination with some big slippery stones made it challenging to pass through, especially at the end of the river crossing. Of course you couldn't see the stones, and it seems like Martin picked the wrong line.
Uh-oh.
At least there was no damage on Martin's bike and no water in the airbox.
So as you just saw in the video, we had a water crossing And Andy and myself, we almost made it, but we didn't fell over. And then Martin took a bath, so we had a short break to try their shoes, at least a little bit. And now it's heading on. We are heading on towards the end of day 1 of ACT. So, see you soon. It looks like Canada.
Ja, det tar mycket snabbt och det är inte så för dig.
At this point we enjoyed the tarmac roads as we thought the day was coming slowly to an end and we didn't expect another off-road section.
Wir fahren da nicht Berge davor.
Das darf ich rein.
Ah, stopp.
Martin.
Was? Wir fahren da rein. Ah, das geht es nicht, gibt es. Warte mal, Andi.
He's
Alter Schwede.
Oh Gott, ich bin jetzt im Street-Modus runtergefahren.
Satan.
Was sonst?
Ja.
Camping spot for tonight, and we even got firewood and there's showers, but it's quite basic. And this is the camping ground.
Hello again, adventure riders. Here with Annie and myself, Chris. We just finished the first day of ACT UK, and we are close to a city we can't spell, but you will see it on the map.
Yeah, very true.
We found a great camping spot here. What do you think about the area?
Absolutely amazing area. We had a blast today. We expected much, and we were pleasantly surprised that it was even better than we expected it. The first big hill we had to tackle was a little bit rough, especially for the bigger bike. But on top of that, the scenery, the rolling hills, all the shape, it was beautiful. amazing.
We had a lot of water crossing, water crossings, not too many, but a lot of water puddles.
Yeah.
And you really have to be careful. Don't go too fast
True.
once the water came over the windshield. But
It was a good sight though.
but it's not too difficult to do the water puddles. And
Yeah, we had like one really big water crossing where we all got our boots wet, and Martin even took a little dip in it. But otherwise, it was a great riding experience. Let's say medium to, in the beginning, a little bit difficult. Beautiful scenery. Yeah.
Yeah, so all in all, I would say it totally met our expectations. It was worth all the motorway riding, and we didn't have any major issues, and I think it's really doable in one day. What would you say?
Yeah, it's definitely doable. We started early, and we even been a little bit unlucky because of the detour we had to take of the landslide. But definitely doable. 162 kilometers, I think. Took us about 5 hours with a lot of photo stops.
Yeah. But still, I mean, we still made it. So I think we didn't lose too much time with the photo and videos, and because we were quite fast on the off-road sections, we didn't get stuck. So
very true. Yeah.
That made up some time,
So
I guess.
first day ACT done. Woo!
It was a great pleasure. I hope the next days will be as good as today.
Absolutely.
Probably a little bit easier, but hopefully the landscapes will be as nice as today. Okay, we will show you probably a little bit more from the campfire later on, and otherwise, let's see tomorrow. Bye.
See ya.
So as you know, Martin prefers to have a convenient soup. I will take the Feuerwehrsuppe, Fire Brigade, and he's taking the one from the movie Frozen.
So as you just saw, we really enjoyed the first day of ACT and were really looking forward for the second day. But unfortunately, the second day started with a bad incident. So if you want to see if we could fix the flat tire, and if you want to know if we could reach the pre-booked ferry to Isle of Man in time or not, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.